Y'all want to know what the number one thing is I see people struggle with the most in archery? Drawing their bow back. Most people want to draw as much weight as possible so that they get the fastest arrow with the most kinetic energy and with no regards to form or how many times they can actually pull that draw weight. Well, I'm here to tell a few of y'all you're well on your way to a torn bicep or rotator cuff surgery. Because starting with your bow pointed down and then drawing up on the target, boy, that feels weird. You're engaging the wrong part of your shoulder and you're also using a little bit of your bicep. Or the one I see probably the most is the arrow pointed straight at the target and using all of your bicep, making it way harder on yourself than it needs to be. Now, if you've been shooting it for 15 years and you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. I don't care, it's free country. But for somebody that's new into the sport and actually wants to learn how to do it properly and get the most reps out of each shooting session, you're gonna want to pay attention to this part. Anytime I'm working with a new shooter, I like to use the analogy, what's easier, running downhill or running uphill? Well, downhill, obviously. With that being said, why wouldn't you want to start with your bow up high and draw down on the target? You're using the weight and the momentum that the bow's already given you while you're pushing it downhill and drawing against it at the same time to help ease up on the draw cycle. Not only that, but if you start with your weight forward, bow up, draw down, and rock back, I can't tell you how many times I've shown that to people who have been struggling to draw a little bit more weight or get a little bit more reps out of their session, and then they do all that properly and they're like, oh my God, a whole new world. That's because you're engaging the top and back part of your shoulder muscle, which is a very strong muscle. But the problem with this whole ordeal is a lot of y'all are gonna have to back your weight down, I know you don't want to, in order to get the reps in to build that muscle memory so it becomes second nature, and then you can go back up in your draw weight and probably be able to shoot more weight than you ever have before in your life. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm a professional coach, because I'm not. There's like level 1 through whatever, and I'm none of those. But coming from somebody who was shooting a bow improperly for many years and could only shoot 30 arrows a day, now I can shoot a bow over 200 times a day with no problem, no muscle fatigue, and that's due to engaging the correct muscle groups and having the correct muscle memory.